Okay, so let's finish this series by looking at some creative ways that you can leverage this in my class anyway to identify things like unique data sets and some good problems, passion projects, things like that to work on. So this application of ChatGPT, it involves querying ChatGPT to look for public data sets. So if I look here for public data sets, just give me some good public data sets. Let me start with that. Okay. So this is not a bad list. But this, as I'm thinking about it, is probably too generic. It's probably too open. So let's look for data license under Apache 2. And in addition to that, give me a link to the source. And you have to remember that ChatGPT is only going to give you data up to 2021. Okay, 2021. So let's see if it does better. We'll have open data sets. So here we go. This is not a bad list. Not all these links are going to be correct, but it does a fairly decent job of finding source links. The Google Ngrams. What's another one? Common Crawl. That's a good one. NASA. Those are all pretty good. And if it doesn't give you the exact location of the data, in most cases they'll give you a link that's close enough where you can go poking around in there to find the data that you're looking for. And remember, we said we only want data that's Apache 2 license, so you have access to that. So yeah, I mean that's a good way to look for data sets. I might want to just take that one step further, though, because as I think about it, I don't have a description for it. So I'm going to ask for good data sets that are public. They're under the Apache 2 license, and I'm going to ask it to give me a description. Give me a description of those data sets as well. And if I do that, then there you go. Right. So those are the descriptions. Okay. So I'm going to ask it now, for instance, to give me some good public data sets under Apache 2 license, provide links. In particular, I'm looking for NBA, NFL, MLB, or UFC data sets. Let's see what it can come up with. Okay, so these are not bad. These are not bad. Okay, it looks like they're all coming from Kaggle, but that's fine. That works. So in my class, I'm going to ask you to complete a passion project for your final exam. And I want to see if ChatGPT can help us frame some good, problems that we can learn from. So I'm looking for machine learning types of problems, data mining types of problems, and again, it's only been around since 2020. Excuse me, the data goes up to 2021, but still, we should be able to put together a pretty good list of ideas. So what I want to do is I want to know what are some emerging machine learning use cases in social media, for instance. Understanding that this is probably going to be a few days old, but these are some good use cases, some things that you can consider for your final project. Okay, automated content curation. You can see how that's already here. sentiment analysis, right? From post, social media monitoring, advertising, recommendations. I think those are going to be around for a while. So from here, I would probably ask the question, how can I access the data for these use cases? How can I access, instead of the, let me just say data. How can I access data for these use cases? Eh, so this is not very helpful. It gave a generic answer, but you can dig around. You can dig around in there, to find some good answers. Maybe if you phrase it in the form of a question, you might get some good responses as well. What are some good research questions on using deep learning for image detection, for instance? Okay, so these are some ideas, right? You would do this and make it relevant to your interests. But let me conclude by saying this, right? So, in this series, I want to show you how you can use ChatGPT for a variety of data science and machine learning tasks. So, first, I showed you how to access the API, and then how to call ChatGPT through the APIs for some simple prompts related to Python libraries, feature engineering, model selection, things like that. Then I walk you through how to use ChatGPT, the API anyway, to create code that allows you to generate synthetic data. And you can generate any kind of synthetic data, transaction data. You can define and list the columns you want in your fake data, and it'll do a pretty good job of creating synthetic data for you. So we're also able to query and consider future use cases for your final exam and your final project. Hope you found some value in this. Make sure that you go through this, pause the video, um, execute this code on your own, use this as the foundation to explore. My name is Dr. Lee. I'm with Miami-Dade College. Thank you very much.